The reason why I bought this juice and those crackers is because I'm going to use them for communion. And this is my plan. I'm using that for communion every day. And that's why I bought the crackers and the pomegranate. But I'm not going to start taking communion daily until my order from Shein arrives. Because for the order from Shein, I did purchase shot glasses, like 6 of them, 6 shot glasses. And I also purchased like containers where I'm going to break the crackers and I'm going to put them in the container. And that's those things that I bought, amongst many other things, or a few other things that I got on Shein. So that's why I bought that stuff, and So this is a Saturday morning. I'm doing my skincare and I'm having breakfast at the same time. So this is my self-made exfoliator. The reason why it looks like this is because it has a lot of Vaseline in it for moisture. That's why. But it's like brown sugar, honey, Vaseline, a lot, because I have very dry skin. And coffee. I put in coffee. What else? I think that's all that I put in there. And then I just rubbed it all over my face. And it's been sitting on my face for, I'd say, around maybe like an hour now. About an hour, yeah. This is how it looks. And then I'm gonna wash it off, and then my skin is gonna look really nice. And it's gonna feel moisturized, highly moisturized, because of the Vaseline I put in it. I put a lot of Vaseline in here. So, and this is my breakfast. I made this today. That's rice, that's chicken, and then I have like potatoes. And that's my breakfast. It's now like around quarter to 2, and I think I filmed that the first part of it where I showed you my face. I think I filmed that like around 9 p.m. So yeah, I mean, it doesn't look good at all, but the results of it are perfect. They're great. It definitely has made my skin a lot better. And because of the Vaseline, you feel so hydrated. You feel like there's a barrier on your skin that locks in all the moisture in your skin. So it's perfect for people that have really dry skin like me. But if you have oily skin, then I would suggest that you still do this, but don't put the Vaseline in it, because it's just going to make, I guess, the oiliness worse. But if you don't have oily skin, then just doing it the way that I did it is really great. Yeah. Okay, so this is how I look right after I wash my face. I think I look pretty good. Okay, no, this lighting is bad. Okay, that's better. I look like this right after I rinse my face off, and also when I after I was, you see, it looks like I have kind of a bit of moisture on because of the Vaseline, and so that's why it looks like that. And so yeah. Oh no. Why is it doing that? I cannot remember if it is my 3rd or 4th day today on my period, but I have like a little pimple there. I don't know. right there. I do kind of break out when I'm on my period, but not that much. Not that much. And now I'm putting this on onto the already hydrated, thingy that I have. I think I should. Did I take? Just staying very hydrated because I have to because of my dry skin. I can't wait for my tripod to get here, so I don't have to worry about my phone just falling every time because my suction thing is weak, And so after this, no, please don't fall. And my hands are. Oh wait, if I mix these two now, this is gonna smell bad. So yeah, period. So I don't want to record myself entirely because I don't look too good right now. But it is now that it's a Saturday afternoon, like the 27th of June, I believe it is. I just got done speaking to two different jewelry brands, right? And they wanted to work with me, but I ended up not being able to work with both of them because with the one brand, I just didn't like their products. I did not like the quality. I did not like how they look. Personally, I would never buy from that specific brand. And so it was the second brand that no wait, the first brand, my goodness, Lord save me. The first brand, I'm just going to talk about the one that I just spoke of now. It wasn't the first one that I talked to, but one brand, I didn't like their products and I would never buy their products myself. And so I'm like, well, I can't promote something that I would never buy. If I would never buy it and if I don't like it, why am I giving it to other people? I'm not going to say that nobody likes their brand, but I don't like their brand personally. And so I'm not going to present something to the followers I have. And all this happened on TikTok too. I have less than 2,000 followers right now on TikTok. But still, I wouldn't. And even if I post a video, I get like 10 likes or something like that, but I still wouldn't bring a brand to the people that do engage and watch my content, a brand that I don't like, that I would never buy. I just didn't connect with them. I didn't like what they had to give, and so I had to turn them down. I had to say, no, unfortunately, I can't work with you. And then the other brand, I loved the other one. I love their products. Their products seemed to be very high quality, and they looked beautiful. I really did love what they had, but the reason why I couldn't work with them is because they don't ship to my country. They wanted to do the thing of like you pick products and then they ship them to you, but then you have to pay a shipping fee. I don't know if that's scamming or not. I don't know if that's a scam or not, but I was willing to pay the shipping fee anyway for the 4 pieces of jewelry that they were going to give me for free. And also they said that I needed to promote their brand, and then the people that buy from my code we're gonna get 60% off or something like that or whatever. And so they seemed legit. They seemed like, both of them actually seemed like they weren't going to scam me. But the one brand I turned down out of my own free will because I just didn't like their products. And the other one, I couldn't work with them. It was outside of my control. They don't ship to my country because I live in South Africa. I don't know where they live. I don't know where they're from. But I couldn't work with them because they don't ship to my country. They even asked, like, do you have relatives from another country that we can ship it to them and then you'll receive it from them? And I'm like, no, I don't have any relatives. I don't know anybody out, that I'm related to or that I'm connected to outside of my country. And that was how that ended up. So yeah, I thought maybe today was the day that I could have gotten my first dealing with a brand, but no, it didn't work out the way that I wanted it to. But that's fine. It's life and it is what it is. But this situation has inspired me to post again on TikTok because I said I was done with TikTok because, I don't know, I'm just not blowing up there. But since I got these 2 different brand opportunities that both didn't work out, it's inspiring me to keep posting on TikTok now again, and that's what I will be doing. So that's the good thing that came out of this. Also, I'm focused on my YouTube channel right now. Focus on YouTube, focus on just being a YouTuber. And so I didn't care really to post on TikTok as much anymore. But I will be posting on TikTok again now. And so yeah, period. Yeah. It's a Sunday afternoon today, and I am cooking. The pot that I just showed you, that's my meal. My mom is gonna cook her own side of the dish because I don't like the way that she cooks, and she doesn't like the way that I cook. So she's cooking her own little pot, and I'm gonna cook my own pot because we prefer different styles of cooking. So that's why. So it is a Sunday afternoon, and I just might do a little blab. I don't know. I can't even tell you. Like what? Oh, okay, wait. I want to talk about this. I was on Instagram before I went to go check on my pot, and just me looking at people living their life, being blessed and being, traveling the world, like doing the things that I wanted to do. the things that I desire to do. I had an opportunity to feel bad for myself. I had an opportunity to wallow in self-pity. But then I was like, no, actually, I'm not going to feel sorry for myself. And then I immediately, when I felt that feeling of wanting to feel bad for myself, immediately I started, okay, I'm going to say it, as weird as it might sound. I get very uncomfortable whenever I have to talk about God on this phone. Whenever I want to talk about God, but I mean, God is my whole world, you know? He's my whole world. He's my father. So, like, why would I not talk about him, you know? Because he is my everything. But it's like, when I was watching the people online, right, and they were living their best lives, and they were on, like, you know, like things like brand trips or whatever, looking at all of those things and thinking, oh man, I wish that was me. And then you immediately feel the urge to feel bad for yourself, to feel sorry for yourself. When I felt that, immediately I decided in my head, like, no, Klenuet, you are not going to feel bad for yourself. And then I immediately chose to be grateful for where I am in life now. I said, Father, thank you that I'm in my mother's house. I'm broke. I don't have any, you know, brand deal. I mean, I did get 2 different brand deal offers yesterday, but I declined I declined one, and the other one I wanted to work with them, but because of certain reasons I couldn't work with them, and I said, it's okay, I'm grateful, because I know that there is no good thing that my Father would ever withhold from me. I know that my time to be a success is coming. I know that when the time is right, my Father will make it happen for me. So if it's not happening now, it means that it's not supposed to be, and that's okay. And I have been waiting for a very long time, a very, very long time, for my success to pull through, but it's fine. That's also fine. The waiting is also fine. I'm grateful that I have been waiting for this long. And I did ask God, I said, don't ever give me anything in this life that you know that I'm not ready for, and don't ever give me anything that you know would draw me away from you. Because when people have success, sometimes they become I guess you would say prideful and arrogant, and then they forget God, even though they did know God in the beginning when they had nothing. Now, like nothing was going on in their life, and they were begging God and waiting for God to make a change, then God does allow them to succeed, and then they become arrogant and they become prideful, and then they forget God, and then they abandon God, and then they fall into, you know, a life of sin. They do all kinds of things. Then when that life of sin humbles them, because sin is not your friend, it is not your friend, eventually it's gonna backfire on you. And then when it does backfire, then now you want to run back to God, the same God that you abandoned after he gave you these blessings. I don't want to do that to God, because I love him too much. And so I asked him to make sure that I don't get anything that I desire that is going to cause me to be separated from him, to abandon him, to forget him, to sin against him, to be arrogant, to be prideful. You know, I said, don't give me anything if it means that if I have it, then I lose you. You know, nothing is worth losing God for. Nothing is worth jeopardizing and destroying the relationship that you have, the union, the companionship, because God is my best friend. And so I don't want anything that is going to, and so I could have chosen to be, when I was watching those people living their lives, specifically the life that I want for myself, I could have chosen to be Oh, I just remembered it's Sunday. I'm not supposed to be filming today. I'm supposed to be resting today. Whatever, it's fine. I could have chosen watching the people online living their lives, specifically living the life that I want to live. I could have chosen to be like, oh, why isn't God doing this and for me? And I could have chosen to just sit in feeling sorry for myself and wallowing in self-pity, but that's not what I did at all. I was like, no, I'm grateful. I'm glad that I'm not there yet, because it means that God loves me so much. My Father loves me so much that He doesn't let me have these things now because He knows that I'm not ready for them. And anything that you're not ready for, if you got it, even if it's a good thing, but if you get it and it's not the right time to get it, it is going to destroy your life anyway. If it is not the right time, if you are not prepared for it, even if it's good, but if you're not ready for it, then it will bring destruction in your life anyway. And God loves me so much. My Father loves me so much that He's not allowing me to succeed because He knows I'm not ready. Because if He allowed the success now, then it would destroy me. So He loves me enough to keep the success away for now until He knows I'm ready. Then when I am ready, then He will allow me to succeed, because He knows that the success will not destroy me and it won't separate me from Him. That's what I told myself. Instead of feeling sorry for myself, that's what I chose. I had to choose to think like that. I had to fight, and I had to say, no, you will not feel bad for yourself, and you will not feel sorry for yourself. You will be grateful that you are not succeeding. You will be grateful that you are broke. I have no money right now, but that's okay, because maybe if I had money, I would forget God, and that's okay. It means I'm not ready to be rich, to be wealthy. It means God is still preparing me for the money, so when it gets here, it doesn't destroy me. That's the mindset that I chose to have. So I'm not sorry for myself at all. I'm grateful that I'm broke. I'm grateful that I still live with my mom at 23. I'm grateful that I'm still single. I'm grateful that I haven't succeeded on social media yet. I'm grateful that even the brand deals that I could have had, they didn't work out. I'm grateful for everything, because I know that God is faithful. I know that my Father would never withhold a good thing from me, and that's what I chose to tell myself. And I feel great, because I just chose to say, Father, thank you for everything. And I just wanted to share that. So if anybody is watching this video, maybe God might lead you to this video. Maybe you need to hear this today. Just be grateful. No matter how, it changes your whole perspective. And and you're also able to be happy for other people when they succeed, because you know that God has good things for you too, and he didn't forget about you. It's easier to be happy for people. It also protects you from envy and jealousy. If you are grateful, if you have this mindset, it's easier for you to celebrate others, and that's all I wanted to share. And I look good today. Yesterday, I didn't think I looked good, but I think I look good now, period,